In the new movie, Julie and Julia, Meryl Streep plays the legendary 6-foot-tall, funny chef Julia Child, who changed America's horizons about food and life while living a long and loving marriage. And Streep says that the joy inside her portrayal is something she saw in her own mother. As for the cooking, well, who could live up to the real Julia and her mastery, say, of chickens?
Miss Broiler, Miss Fryer, Miss Roaster, Miss Capronette, Miss Stewer, and old Madam Hen. But we're spotlighting Miss Roaster of the Year. We're roasting Miss Chicken today on the French Chef.
Can you pick the roaster out?
Well, that's a turkey.
I don't think so.
That's a duck.
No.
This looks like a roasting chicken, but I think this is the one she held up. So if you shot, that's a steward? Steward. Steward. This is steward. Well, you have to look between his legs to see if it's a steward.
As we roll with our chickens down the hall.
I'm Julia Child. Bon appetit.
My inspiration for Julia was just not far from my body, because Julia, that spirit was very like my mother's spirit. Joie de vivre, she had it.
But not a cook.
Not a cook, no.
This cannot be true. You did not know what a potato was until you were 10?
Well, I knew baked potato. I knew what a potato looked like. It had a brown skin in it. You threw it in the oven and forgot about it for about an hour and a half or 2. That's the way we had them. But I'd never seen a peeled white potato, and we got mashed potatoes out of the box. And I had gone up to a friend's house when I was about 10, and they were in there peeling what looked like white tennis balls. I said, "What are you doing?" They said, "We're going to make mashed potatoes." And I said, "They come in a box. What are you doing?"
Julia, you are the butter to my bread and the breath to my life. I love you, darling girl. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. So what do they teach about marriage?
Oh, I don't know. I think that the surprising thing for audiences has been that two people that look like your grandparents could be, having sex and being in love and see the best in each other and support each other's wild ambitions.
Shouldn't I find something to do? These wives don't do anything here. That's not me. This is not me. I saw a notice on the bulletin board at the embassy for hat-making lessons.
You like hats?
I do.
No.
I do.
What is it that you really like to do?
Eat.
I like to do. I know. And you're so good at it. Look at you. Now, how
growing
good you
in
are.
front of you.
And I was growing.
You really ate.
Yeah, I was trying to get taller. But it didn't work.
You end up falling in love with something different than you thought you were in love with, usually, in a good marriage, a marriage that lasts.
Well, I think everything morphs. Like, what is it, the 7-year itch? Every 7 years, another person emerges, and you gotta buckle your seatbelt. There is no such thing as a long marriage that's this static thing. I think it evolves and changes, and I think that when you're young and getting married, you don't know what you're signing up for, but you're signing up for a big job.
So your 60th birthday? Don't tell me you're sad. Oh, don't tell that to me. You can't say that to me. And your husband gave you a toaster?
Well, he gave me a toaster because he likes toast.
Well, then it means something.
In the spirit of keeping the marriage alive.
Right.
But he also gave me some other wonderful things.
And now,
my daughter gave me a rocking chair.
In fact, you're broaching empty nest.
Yeah, so much of your life focused on all of these kids. And Don said to me, you know, 30 years now, somebody has to be home in September, you know, all the time. And we've never made any plans to go anywhere or do anything for 30 years. And now we can. It's sort of great.
You feel there's a whole new adventure out there for you?
I don't know. I live life like a recovering alcoholic, even though I'm not yet. I just a day at a time, and I'm so really, really aware of how fortunate I am to have the life I do and to keep working. That's the big shock. And to have people touched by my work, or that it makes them laugh or feel better or think something that they didn't think about before, that's a wonderful thing. And to see my kids all grown up and becoming people, it's all great.
When you flip anything, you've just got to have the courage of your convictions, especially if it's a loose sort of mass, like, oh, that didn't go very well.
What was the secret? This is
a plastic egg.
I know it's a plastic egg, but we're talking principles.
Diane, can I give you a
here.
tip? Oh.
I don't know a lot about
Well,
cooking.
I don't know how to do it with this weight, but look at that, kids. All right?
Nicely. Let me see it again.
You just go back and forth and you like that.
Oh, you just really, because the secret is not to get it too high, right?
Right. Woo! Comedy egg flip.
Anyway, thank you.
Cheers.
And Julie and Julia opens in theaters on August 7th. Check it out on our website, too.